How much do you pay for these pods and the battery?
The battery or the...
Both.
I forgot how much I paid for the battery, but for the pod I paid like $40.
How do I use it?
You literally just like...
inhale?
Yeah, just inhale.
There's no button?
No.
Alright.
Do you feel it? Yeah, okay.
That was nothing. Give me back. I'm not a heavy smoker, but I only take a little bit of hits because if I get too high, I become a useless, like, turd. Like, I'll just be lying around and I'll be in my head. I hate that. That'll be good. Oh, yeah.
Now you got it. I remember I have a friend who I went to dental assisting school with, and she smoked a little bit. She never really tried smoking from a pen, and I had given her the Stizzy pen for the first time. She took such a big hit. Oh my lord!
Really?
I still envision her face.
She was like
She was like, fuck. She was like, she knew she fucked up. And then when she exhaled, like, so much smoke came out of her nose and like out of her mouth, and she was just coughing up like she could have died. She said she felt like she was about to die. She couldn't breathe.
This is why I don't smoke anymore, because of that. This one time I smoked wax.
Mm-hmm.
I took such a big hit. I coughed, no bullshit, Joey, for 10 minutes straight. I couldn't even catch my own breath. Like, I was close to throwing up, and just... That's the last time I ever smoked. Like, right now, I don't smoke heavy anymore. I'll take one hit. I'm good. Everyone's fucking... If I smoke with friends, they're smoking a joint, and they're passing the joint around, I'll take one hit, and I'm out. I just like that little head change. Nothing crazy. That's how it is with drinking, too, dude. I don't drink as much as I used to.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't even bother
Dude,
with that anymore.
and I'm 21. I drank a lot when I was 20. 19, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just got boring. Now I'll drink, like, a little bit of whiskey or a glass of... Mostly whiskey. I'll have one beer. But I try and stay away from that because of the carbs. I've been, like, so strict on my diet since the last time we've ever hanged out. Dude, when we hanged out last time, I fucking eat whatever. I would go to fast food all the time.
I don't even remember when that was.
We went to get sushi. We had a little debate. Remember
Was that the last time?
Yeah, we never hanged out. We only hanged out once. Oh, no. I'm wrong. We hanged out to smoke weed once, I think.
Oh, yeah, we were here at the spot.
Yeah, we were here. Dude, you're just hitting it, huh? I can feel it pretty good.
Can you?
Yeah. I don't smoke. Dude, the last time I smoked was Saturday, but that was like secondhand high from my friend fucking hitting wax.
Mm-hmm.
We went to where did we go? Point Sal. Dude,
I want to go there.
it is amazing right now. Let me tell you why. This pandemic isn't a bad thing. I went to Point Sal. You know what you see? A bunch of happy people. Happy people who don't have to go to work, who aren't fucking at home doing nothing. I guess it's so bad being home, people want to come out. And everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's like smiling. Dude, it is a trip.
I need to go out there.
I need to go out. I went here. I just ran today. I went running. Everyone's out here with their kids, fucking doing some kind of exercise. They're all happy in a good mood.
No, I know. I noticed that too around my house. Yeah, noticed.
Everyone's on the street just walking up,
walking their dogs. Yeah.
Oh, dude, cool. Especially their dogs. I've seen more. It is not bad. Like, it's kind of nice to see. It's kind of nice to see a community. I remember like a couple of weeks ago, it was dead. Nobody was out. Nobody was hiking. Some people,
yeah, because everyone was working.
Always working.
Fuck. Do they really have to park behind us? Oh, never mind.
Bastards. Oh, they're leaving. Yeah, everyone was fucking like working, and I guess they're at home just on the couch, maybe on the PC, fucking gaming it or something. Mm-hmm. Now they're all out, dude. Like, oh, I'm good. Dude,
you're good.
Maybe they're not. But everyone was out fucking enjoying life, I guess. Mm-hmm. Just because of the pandemic. Because being in was gay. They didn't like it. It sucked. And all my friends are like that too. They don't want to go out. They don't want to stay in anywhere. They want to go out. I'm like, I'll stay in.
So what do you think about this whole pandemic thing?
What do I think about it?
Right now.
Well, like I said before, with that whole, how everyone's out, I think it's kind of good. It's not a bad thing. Mm-hmm. But I think it's bad for, like, what's the society we're used to. We're used to going to work and going out.
Mm-hmm.
We're used to that some people that shit left. That I feel like some people, especially school workers, no one's at school working. I feel like they're at home and, hey, what the hell am I gonna do? I'm not working. And then like, part of you kind of changes.
Yeah. Do you think society as we know it will change
Yeah.
forever after this?
Of course. I feel like some people are more aware that nothing's forever. For sure, the society won't ever like it's not gonna be like this forever. We're not gonna go to work and then back, go to work and back forever. Cause catastrophes happen, earthquakes happen, an asteroid can hit, shit changes. Nuclear war can hit, shit changes. I think now we're aware that shit can change. That's what I'm like realizing. Dude, shit can change any minute.
Yep.
Let's say after this, nuclear war falls out. Hopefully it doesn't. I don't think it will. I think we're doing good as a world right now because everyone's working together to stop this shit. That's crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think there'd be a country saying, nah, I'm not going to stop this shit? Everyone's trying to do what we're doing, and we're all fucking, like, listening to each other. Dude. I think it's about so much about China, Russia. That's never on the news. Now it is. So I feel like it's more uniting.
Yeah. Did you hear that Spain surpassed China?
Dude.
For a number of...
Yeah.
What the hell is she doing?
I don't know.
That's what I hate about coming to the riverbed is that there's always some weird shit that happens around my car. Why can't you do this, whatever you're doing?
Over there.
Over there, bro.
These drivers just driving
Like,
and then coming back.
Then it gets me all suspicious, like someone's after me or something. Like, bro,
Dude,
park your car.
Yeah. Get all paranoid. That
Yeah.
little bit of anxiety kicks in.
But no, yeah, I hope that the most important thing to me is that after this, I hope that people get a sense of hygiene. Like, you know, they take more precautions just to
That
be
too.
a little more cleaner.
That too. I've been washing more of my hands than I usually do. At reasonable times, I don't wash them like every fucking 10 minutes.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go overboard. You know,
Yeah.
Still the same customs that I'm used to, but I mean, I've like. There's so many people that I've noticed that like don't even wash their hands after they use the restroom.
Oh yeah.
Like I went to Target once. One of the employees, I went into the bathroom. I did my business. I went out to go wash my hands, and he was using the urinal. Like he just dipped. I'm like, that's disgusting. And
Yeah.
imagine he's handling food and shit. Like gross.
You fucking... Yeah, dude, some people don't wash their hands. I wash my hands every time. I wash them before I go in, and then once I get out. So if I have any germs, I don't spread it somewhere that everyone goes to, you know?
And then the funny thing about this whole pandemic is how people wear face masks, but they wear them like inside out. Yeah, they wear them all wrong.
Yeah, because the sides can still ventilate.
Yeah, they usually, because you're like, a lot of people have like the blue masks, and it's one side's blue, one side's white. The white part's supposed to go on your mouth side. But the thing is with face masks, you don't even have to wear a face mask. Face masks, sorry.
They don't do anything.
Face masks are for sick people.
So they don't shoot their germs out,
yeah,
right?
so yeah, exactly. That's like the exact reason. So there really isn't. I mean, the best you can do is really just be cautious, wash your hands,
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. But it's pretty crazy. I mean,
Something emerging out of nowhere.
yeah, it really just came out of nowhere.
Like the year started.
I know this has been a weird year. Super weird.
Yeah. It always makes me trip out. Like, I think of a simulation. Like, someone's fucking with us. You know what I mean? Because it's been weird.
Yeah.
That didn't happen last year.
I mean, I was kind of hoping... I honestly kind of knew that this year wasn't going to be like what everyone hoped it was.
Nah. No.
I was like, something's
New
going to
decade?
happen. Yeah,
New
I was
decade.
like, I was going to be like, something's going to happen. But I didn't think it was going to be this. I
Dude,
mean...
Do you remember waking up and hearing Kobe Bryant died? Dude, that sucked.
Oh, yeah. I was like, nah, this can't...
Yeah, that one took me by surprise. I was like, dude, that guy...
like, I'm not gonna lie, I have yet to feel any like sympathy or like sadness for his death, because it's just so like I don't believe it, you know. I
It's
don't.
crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's like can't be, like, I just don't feel like he is dead. Maybe because I didn't really even follow Kobe as much. I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up hearing about him all the time. I knew a lot of people liked him and everything, so I was like, okay, I'll bandwagon, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I used to watch him when I was younger. I used to be into basketball, and I would just watch the Lakers like every game day, every time they had a game, once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like the 2008 to 2009 team. I was into it for a year when I didn't have a PS2. And I would just watch basketball, and dude, he was such a cool guy.
Mm-hmm. So Xbox or PlayStation?
Oh, dude, I'm a fucking nerd when it comes to specs.
I knew you were gonna go
Dude,
towards the spec.
I'm about to nerd you guys out, dude.
Go for it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna understand half of what you are, but I'm slow of what you're saying. But I'm slowly understanding like this whole specs thing. So,
dude, Xbox has the best operating system by far.
Mm-hmm.
Their fucking user interface, like, it's so much better. I had a 360 after being a loyal PlayStation fan.
Mm-hmm.
PS3 came out. I was on it for the most 3-4 years. I think in the second year, or how long has it been around? It's been around for like 8 years, huh?
What?
PS4?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 8 years.
8 years? Yeah, 8 years.
November of 2013. That's like my favorite childhood moment forever.
The PS4 was, yeah. And around the 3rd, 4th year of its life, I got an Xbox for kicks, for fun. It was like $100. I came up on it. It was a steal, and it was the best.
Yeah.
I just liked how it operated. It reminded me of not a PC, but it was a little more free. To PS4.
They kind of mimicked the Windows 10 window like
tablets.
Tab, you know?
I think Windows 10 mimicked that
or whatever. They mimicked. I mean, it's the same shit at the end of the day.
Yeah. I like how I got the inspiration from that to implement the Windows 10. It's the tablet mode, and dude, it's fucking great.
Me personally, with this whole like PlayStation versus Xbox type of thing, I grew up with the PlayStation 2. That was besides the Wii, because I was a Wii nerd.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like, I've in my life I've owned a PlayStation, the Game Boy. No, sorry, the Game Boy, the foldable one.
Yeah,
I owned that one. I had 2 of them.
No Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance
or Game Boy Color or Advance.
The Advance SP.
That's the one that flipped, right?
Yeah, the
little cube. That
yeah. That one, I love that one. I had that one. That was like my first like video game that I've ever had. Then I got the PS2 and the Wii, so I had both. I had PS2 first and the Wii, so I like played Wii for like years.
The Wii was fun.
That was fun. And then I moved on to the PlayStation 3, and it's with me, it's like that loyalty. I personally like the PlayStation exclusives and just kind of like the content that PlayStation has to offer, only because I'm really used to it. Like, I do notice that, like, Xbox does have, like, superior features in some way.
Yeah, because 360, you could do group chats while playing games. You couldn't do that on PS3. You couldn't...
Because PS3 was... I'm not gonna lie, PS3 was pretty much a disaster. I felt like it was very limited, very restrictive to what you could do. It tried to push the boundaries of the console, but I felt like it didn't really achieve it because it lagged. Like, it just... Not necessarily like the games, but it just felt like it wasn't like as fresh. It seemed a little tacky what they were trying to do with it. So for sure 360 is a lot more superior than the PS3.
Yeah, I have never owned an Xbox One, but I know if I got it, I'd probably like it over PlayStation 4.
And I've played Xbox One, and it's a pretty good console and everything, but I like PlayStation 4 better. I feel like PlayStation nailed it with this.
Oh yeah, the PS4 is good. What I like about PS4 is the community. It has strict gamers.
Yeah,
a lot of people have 360. They're more like PC. They have a 360 or on the side, or an Xbox One. I mean, a lot of Xbox One gamers are probably PC guys who don't play a lot of console. Because, dude, I had both PS4 and when my computer, and all I did was play on the computer. The PS4 seemed like a toy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of guys who use computers aren't gonna like the consoles.
True.
So they rarely get on them, you know?
It's like, then why buy them?
Yeah. Dude, I'm probably gonna buy the PS5 or the new Xbox. The new Xbox seems better hardware wise. It has like the specs are a little bit better.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'll get both.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be a good.
Even though I hardly ever play anymore.
You don't play much anymore. What do you still have the PS4, right?
I still have it. I've been playing more. I've been playing Black Ops 4 only because that's like I bought that game and I barely even touched it.
It's good.
It's okay. Like I'm not gonna complain. It is what it is. I want to find a good game. Like the last good game that I really played was Infamous Second Son. That's like the superhero game.
It was just a good story game.
Yeah.
I love those good story games, dude.
And the graphics to that game were amazing. It really showed the capabilities of the PS4.
My brother was into that one. I played the first one. It was fun. Infamous. No.
Infamous and then Infamous.
Second Son, huh?
No, that Infamous 2. And then it's Second Son. There's 3 games in total.
Is Second Son
Cole is the main character.
With the beanie?
No, the beanie guy is in the third game. Second Son. The first one is Cole, the bald guy with the lightning powers.
Yeah, I think he's wearing like a yellow shirt.
Yeah, he comes out in the first and the second one.
Yeah, I played those.
And then he dies in the second one. And then we get the new character in the third one.
I like the third one.
Oh, yeah.
That one took place in Washington, huh?
Yeah.
In Seattle. It looked really good. I like the visuals. The graphics were pretty good, too. I haven't played that other one, though. I haven't seen anything of it.
What games are you excited for?
Right now?
Right now.
I'm hoping... This isn't a confirmed game, but I'm hoping it is. It might be.
GTA.
No. GTA... Rockstar... I'm hoping they do something completely different, because there's a theory going on right now that... And I backed this one up because I was thinking about it too, but in Red Dead 2, at the end, John Marston's son mentions a medieval story book, and he goes into detail about Sir Lancelot and all this crap. And there's been like a theory going on that the next Rockstar game could possibly be a game like Red Dead, but in the medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds insane. Like, how would they pull that off? Because they pulled off Red Dead great. I've played that game, dude. 10 out of 10. Great game. I remember the first one I played in, like, junior high, and I loved it, dude. It was so fun.
What is it about?
It's about cowboys, dude. You're a fucking cowboy, and you get to kill people. It is, dude, it's great. It's the greatest cowboy story ever because it gives you, like, dude, I have it. I can let you borrow it if you want to play it. Okay. But it takes hours, dude. I don't know if you have time, but...
I mean, with this coronavirus.
Oh, dude, yeah. We need tomorrow. I'll get you the game. Yeah. It's like it's a well-written cowboy game, and you get to feel like the character development is great. You see the characters change and it's just great, dude. Like the way they fucking deliver it, dude, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you care about the characters. That's how you know it's a good game. Once you start feeling for the character, like, oh, dude, I like that guy.
Nice.
Rockstar, like, nailed it, dude. And I'm thinking about that medieval game. Like, I have faith they can do it. I believe it. I believe it'd be a good game. Medieval, dude. I'm not even into medieval shit.
I was gonna say, I'm not really.
Yeah, no, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling a game in medieval times. What are you gonna do? Fucking horses again?
Most likely than not, I probably will not buy it. Only because it's medieval. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just very picky with my games.
I'm there too, like... It might be good, but I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna feel good about buying it. I'm gonna play it, but I'm not gonna like
The edible's kicking in.
Is it?
Yeah.
You feel the body high?
I feel the body high.
You want to eat the whole thing, dude?
Fuck no. Then you're gonna walk home. Both of us are gonna walk home.
Oh shit.
No. So
that's a strong edible. Then you only ate like.
I literally only ate 2 pinches of that shit. Dude, what the fuck you put in this shit? Well, come get your edibles, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
I told my coworker to eat the whole brownie.
You're gonna kill the fool. He's gonna be sweating so much. God, this fool got coronavirus.
I know. Yeah, he's gonna trip out. He's gonna show up to work tomorrow with fucking bloodshot eyes. You be high for days. If you feel it already.
No, dude, remember how my ex was a chef? I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, the dude with the red hair.
Yeah.
Like ginger.
Yeah. So.
I always call him Canelo.
So, since he was a chef and everything, like a pastry chef, obviously he knew how to make like top of the line desserts. Like those, I'm not gonna lie.
I remember that you would send me pictures. I would see them on. Dude, they look good.
Like I'm not gonna lie, that's like the best desserts I've ever had, and that's like 5-star quality. Like
5-star quality
food.
Like you got to taste something that was art.
Yeah, like pretty much my favorite thing that I've ever had from him was tiramisu that had whiskey in it. It had whiskey and bourbon.
Whiskey and bourbon?
Mm-hmm.
So
like he would infuse he liked to infuse alcohol into his
Dude, that sounds great.
Into his food, and he knew how to fucking like
where it wasn't like
it. Yeah, I didn't overpower it. So like he would always make like bomb ass desserts, and like he made edibles for a friend once, and I was like, hey, make me some. And so he made cake pops and brownies. So a cake pop is like this big.
Yeah.
I like probably like if we were to cut it in fourths, I probably 1/4 of it. I felt so high. They were so potent. Like I was so high. I took an 11-hour nap.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I woke up to work, and this is when I was at food school and I had to open. So I was there.
Oh, like, you were fucking blown.
Yeah,
huh?
I was like at 5 a.m. Dude, I was there, and I was high. I told my coworker, I was like, dude, I'm so high from like the day before.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
Fuck.
That might be half of my brownie.
We'll see, because I started feeling like
early
sweat. Like I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like I feel it, and I was like, oh fuck, I remember I ate the edible. I completely forgot I had it. Yeah.
Dude, this one time I made THC tea. I made tea that can get you high.
That sounds pretty bomb.
I got some oil.
Mm.
I mixed it with honey. I let it simmer, and then I poured it into my tea and just mixed it. And I drank that thing, and like half an hour later, dude, I was just like in space. I was like numbed out and just staring at the sky, dude. And I met God.
Remember I told you like that I wanted to have like an edible business?
Yeah.
It's like we should do a partnership.
Yeah, we should.
I mean,
How is that?
I got baking skills.
We can make money off that little piece of brownie I made you. And it's potent.
Fuck yeah.
I know people who'd buy it too. There's a lot of potheads.
I'm into graphic design, so like labeling and all that shit, packaging. I'm all into that shit. Like I want to get into that shit. Like I want to make professional like presentations.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
There's this is it Stizzy? Stizzy has this chocolate they make. I've had it, and the packaging is great because the cardboard is like nice. Everything's packaged. You open it and it gives you like some. I didn't read it because I was high, but it gives you like a summary of something, and then like it looks like you're opening up an iPhone when you open up the chocolate, because you have to like lift some.
It's fancy. It's fancy. Like I want to do that. That's how I want.
Fancy as fuck.
That's how I want to do like an edible business like that.
It felt like opening up an iPhone because you gotta open it. There's like some cardboard label that comes off, and then you take this paper off, and you're like, oh shit.
Pretty much what I want to be is like the C's Candy of edibles, of an edible business, and have candy that, you know, doesn't really look like it'll be an edible. It's not tacky like.
And it doesn't taste like fucking weed.
It doesn't taste like weed, and it doesn't like taste like straight up like the actual product itself. You know, like freaking Captain Crunch edibles like taste that shit. Like, I'm sorry, but
I've never had that.
stuff like that to me is gross.
Like
It's too much.
name brand shit.
Yeah.
Like what's it, like those what edible did I have that was like that? I think it was gummy bears or something. I didn't like it.
I had the you know that sour strip, the rainbow.
Oh yeah.
I had an edible, like one of those. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
maybe we get creative.
Yeah.
You do that.
With that, I honestly underestimated that it was gonna be that potent, and so what ended up happening is like I ate the whole thing because I was like, nah, it's not gonna get me. I ate the whole thing, and then lo and behold, 20 minutes later, like I'm in bed, I can't even move. I'm like, fuck, man.
Dude, you're like, you get slumped.
I got so slumped, and I felt like literally my body was sinking into the bed. Like,
do you know what I like to compare it to? Have you seen dogs that get high?
yeah,
They're just like that.
exactly.
That's how
dude.
I feel. I'm just out of it.
And I told my ex, I was like, hold my hand, like, don't let go. 'Cause I was fucking scared. I was getting paranoid.
Yeah, when you get paranoid, dude.
I've never gotten paranoid like that in my life.
Whenever I get high, I always think about this. When you smoke weed, you ingest it differently. It's like you get THC in your bloodstream or something. When you eat it goes to your liver, and then your liver processes it and creates a different chemical. And when that happens, you experience a different high. Because I can honestly say,
Isn't it when you smoke it goes to your lungs, and from your lungs it goes to your brain? So that's how you get high. And then if you eat it, it goes into your blood system because
is that how it is?
the liver,
I might have had it confused.
Yeah, because then the liver, because the liver cleans out blood and stuff, so like it transports it. Yeah. I believe, don't quote me on that, but I feel like it is.
That sounds right.
I should know this. I'm over here in medical field and I don't even fucking
know. You should have. Come on.
But to my defense, it's dental, so.
Fair.
I only got to worry about the head. That's it.
Yeah, but that's not how you do it. Well, anyway, I can say that it gives you different highs each.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
I can say that edibles remind me of psychedelics. I've had mushrooms.
I was like, I wouldn't know what they are.
Have you had mushrooms?
I've never had mushrooms before.
Oh, dude, that's different. Oh shit.
I bet.
That's crazy. Like, it's like I had mushrooms not too long ago. Like, it feels like a potent edible. You're like whacked. You're so high. It feels like that. But then, like, you feel drunk. Because I remember I felt tipsy and, like, giggly. And I felt like how you feel. You know how you feel drunk and you're like, you don't give a shit and you feel like you're on top of the world?
Yeah.
Like, you don't give a fuck. You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it feels to be on mushrooms. For me.
Mm-hmm.
And you get tipsy. I remember the first time I ever took them, too. We were making a trail for our car to pass somewhere in Buellton. We went hiking. We were just cutting them. And I remember starting to get tipsy. I'm like, hey, guys, I don't feel good. And they're like, oh, don't worry. It's just kicking in. And then it kicked in. I started smiling at the rocks because I was like looking at the rocks and I would see patterns. Geometric patterns. And I'd be like, dude, that's great. I was like happy about life seeing that. For some stupid reason, I was just giggly about that. And I couldn't stop smiling for an hour about how great the rocks are. It was stupid, but that's something else.
I think if I'd ever do that, I'd have to be in a controlled environment for the first...
Yeah,
for the first times, because I don't trust myself. Yeah,
for sure. But here's the thing, because I used to be like that too. I used to be like... I'd have like a... How do you say, like a grudge against like psychedelics, like, or not like that. Like I never wanted to take them because I was like, I get crazy or they're gonna mess my brain.
You thought the worst.
Yeah. And once I tried them, they were like, nah, it's so much different than you think. There's no way you can explain the psychedelic high. Mm-hmm. It's not like you see them in cartoons. How you not trying to make people trip and all that.
Yeah.
Like Family Guy. It's nothing like that. The stereotype for psychedelics, like mushroom, is dumb. Like,
like to me, not necessarily like what I see in the media is what scares me. To me, it's the uncertainty, because I mean, I have like read things about it, and
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, some things are like, oh, it kind of like brings out your inner demons and
Yeah, for sure.
stuff like that, and it's like, oh, do I really like wanna be in that scenario where like
Yeah.
my past or something comes to haunt me and stuff, and I'm just like, what the hell,
Yeah.
you know, just the
No, and yeah,
emotional
I was
aspect.
reading about shit like that, and then people get crazy. They'll change. They won't come back the same from a high.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I heard, and it's like, if that happens to me, like, oh, damn, am I really
Yeah, you
ready
can
to
mess-
like
yeah.
experience that? Like, whoa. So that's what I'm trying to take precaution with. But I mean, if it is BS, then I mean,
It is BS to an extent. So
mm,
when people talk about bad mushroom trips and then they give these oh, this was terrible, this and this, they're stupid. They don't
Mhm.
educate themselves about dosages.
mhm. Which I figured was the cause.
Yeah. Some people can eat like handfuls and they'll be like, they won't know that it's over the limit. Cause I had a buddy of mine who ate like 8 grams his first trip. 8 grams is a lot.
Mhm.
The normal dosage someone takes to get out there is like 5 grams.
Mhm.
So taking 8, do that's suicide. You'll fucking go to like they call it what do they call it? You'll experience ego death.
Oh, I was gonna say Nirvana. No, I'm just kidding.
Or Nirvana, maybe if you trip out about that. But yeah.
Mm.
But I usually take like 1 gram, 2 grams if I'm like whatever. And all you get is like a drunk, heavy, edible feeling. Yeah. I don't go out. I will see fractals. Like you'll get visuals and they're pretty overwhelming, but it's
Mhm.
once you're in that high you won't care about them. But I'll see it looks like, have you seen, do you know what kaleidoscope is?
Yeah.
I'll see kaleidoscope figures warping. Like, have you ever played Guitar Hero?
Yes. Oh, I love it.
You know when you get off of it, shit moves
Mhm.
because you've been watching a screen that moves. That's how the visuals feel, which isn't that bad. It's not that scary. It's kind of fun.
Mhm.
But I think there's a lot of misconceptions about psychedelics. The stereotypes, they're wrong. But yeah, you do have to be careful because sometimes people just, like I said, take high dosages thinking it's mild. And 2 grams doesn't look like a lot too. You can easily eat 2 grams. But yeah, it's something I feel like everyone should do. And I sound such like a stoner.
Whoa.
Everyone should do them. But no, like I think everyone should do a low dosage because the last time I took them, I was in Montaña de Oro. I went for a walk.
Mhm.
And they were kicking in pretty potent. Dude, it was so beautiful. I saw the bushes, they were like shaking with the wind. And I saw them like, they looked kind of fuzzy. And it looked like the leaves were dancing.
Mhm.
And I thought that looked amazing. And then I saw some like otters and I started doing like, I started thinking like, man, we're no different than otters. We're just trying to survive, reproduce. Right? Dude, I was pretty high. And then we went to the tide pools. Tide pools? Where they have like starfish. Tide pools, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, tide pools. They had starfish there. Dude, it was cool looking at them and just exploring them. It felt fun. They had like little crabs, a lot of oysters. I was hoping to see an octopus. Because sometimes you can catch them in tide pools.
Mhm.
And that was pretty fun. And then that hike's pretty hard. Have you been there?
Which one?
Montaña de Oro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been. Oh, the one to the top of the mountain, right? Yeah.
It gets steep and like
Yeah, I've been on it.
part of it. How'd you get down?
Well, the first time I went on it was I went through the back.
Yeah.
And we got to the swings, but then we went back, so we never went like down.
Where the tide pools are, or the beach. They have a beach there too, I think.
And then the second time I went through the main entrance from downhill to where like everyone goes to that popular beach.
Yeah. It looks like a crescent. It's like crescent shaped.
Yeah. But there's like a lot of little beaches, huh?
Yeah, like I was but I think the crescent one is the safest because the other little beaches by there, they're pretty like the waves get pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
That place, the waves, they move.
I want to like go there one day and just like go out hike somewhere out far and just like discover like beaches. Because I don't think I've been through all of Montaña de Oro.
No, I've been, yeah. Because I went walking along that. Did you go all the way to the end? No, huh?
I don't think so.
You go to the end. There's a house, and it looks like some rich baller owns it. He has a fence saying "Do not cross." Some like celebrity owns it because it's like a big. It looks like a mansion, dude. All the way at the end of Montaña de Oro. Imagine living out there. You have a fucking crib out there, a mansion.
Oh yeah, even to get there, you know how there's like a ranch style houses
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh,
Like I'd love
they're
to
like
live.
cottages, huh? They look pretty.
Yeah, like it's like fuck yeah, I'd like to live there. Like
It's a nice area, quiet.
Los Osos doesn't seem like too populated. I feel like it's pretty quiet.
How's Nipomo? I know they have some houses out over there. Those mountains right here, they have houses right there. I don't know if you've seen them.
I don't think so.
There's houses like on the edges overlooking the riverbed.
I still have yet to go that far, like all over there. I want
It's
to.
like right there, cause you know how there's a riverbed and then it looks like there used to be reefs, little mountains. They have houses on the edge. How cool is that?
Pretty dope.
How's the edible going?
It's got me. I'm not gonna lie.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
That
like
little
I'm
piece?
like on a I'm like on a really really chill,
Oh, okay,
like
you're
super
chilling?
chill. But like more than I usually chill because like when I get high, I honestly just do it to stay chill.
Yeah, relax.
Like if I go smoke, like I'll like because I switch between stizzy for like 2 weeks and then I'll like switch to weed for 2 or 3 weeks.
yeah.
Then I'll switch back and forth. So what ends up happening is like the way I smoke is I'll have like 2 bowls. And I'm like the type of person who like kind of takes a while for them to get high.
Off smoking?
Off of smoking.
For me, it's instant. Yeah.
And so like I'll have two bowls and I'll be really chill. But that's all I really smoke is to chill.
Yeah.
And then like I'll be chill for like maybe 2 or 3 hours. And then I'll smoke. So like if it's a work week, I work at usually around 9 o'clock. So I'll smoke at like 5 or 6 o'clock because I'm usually like awake at that time anyway because I'm an early bird.
So you're the 9 to 5?
So I'm a 9 to 5.
Nice.
And I get anxiety only because like I do surgery at my job. Like,
Do you?
yeah, like we do implants and take out teeth and root canals and
You
all
gotta
that
be.
shit.
You gotta be like.
You gotta,
There's so much pressure with that.
it is pressure. So like I see on the schedule like we have a big surgery coming up and I was like I know it's gonna be me that's gonna like
Yeah.
have to do it. So like that's that in of itself is scary. So like I'll smoke on like the days before work, on the days that I know like are gonna be hard, just so like I can go into work because if not I'll get like really bad anxiety.
Oh yeah. Fear of messing up.
Yeah, I feel
Dude,
that
yeah. You have it tough because if you mess up once, your name is like.
I could lose my license and my whole career
is
is
gone.
over. Yeah.
You're whatever you worked for is gone. Like, what are you gonna do after that?
Yep. So it's like.
And then if you don't lose your license, you get a bad rap. No one wants to hire you. Hey,
Yeah,
this guy fucking made this guy
exactly.
bleed, or
Exactly.
Dude, that is so. That's why like. I wonder how some people in the medical field don't stress. I feel like that's for everyone. Doctors too. Hey, I sent this guy home and he died.
Do you know that dentists have the highest suicide rates within medical profession?
You guys are stressed out or what?
It's because being a dentist, you're not just a dentist. Yeah, you're a dentist, which is a doctor, but at the same time, you're a business owner if you have your own practice, because you need to know how to manage that. And
Oh, and he's like the boss of your. Is he the boss of your facility, your area?
yeah, like he owns
the building?
practice. It's his practice. Yeah. So it's like they have to be business owners, and a lot of times these guys don't know how to run businesses. So.
Are you guys private owners? So it's
we're
a private.
we're a private small business. Like
So it's not like a company.
no, we're not a corporation. Like
Dental.
Western Dental.
Western Dental. That's
a corporation.
That's ghetto right
Johnson
there.
Johnson Family Dentistry. That's
a
another
ghetto
one.
family.
Yeah, like,
Dude, I don't have my dental card.
I know you.
I gotta ask my
your employer.
I gotta ask the HR fucking Mike, lazy bastard. He's never at work.
Ask
I know
him.
he's working at home from now, but before all this went down, I'd go and his door's always closed. I'd go guess him, he's not there. Every time I go, oh, he's home. Fucking, oh, he's on vacation. He actually has vacation in like a couple of weeks, and you wasted it, Mike. You're on lockdown. I think he lost vacation time. Oh, yeah, I think he would just get paid.
So you're not going to work right now? Or you're still
I'm working,
Yeah.
but he's not an office guy, so they get all they get like the privilege, they're like little privileges. We still have parts to make, so I can't just take off.
So not even with this whole coronavirus.
Oh yeah,
thing,
we
or...
can take off. Right now I can go. I can tell him, hey, I don't feel safe at work.
So it's more of a voluntary thing.
Yeah, and some of us have to get paid. We have shit to pay off.
I know. We kind of had that option at first before this whole coronavirus thing got bad, but then
they called it.
Yeah, but then they told us that offices had to close. So I mean, we're still open for emergencies, but I have yet to get a call from them.
Just in case someone's like, hey, fucking, what is that issue people have with crowns? If they break it? No.
Yeah.
If you break your crown, you get like bad tooth. Don't they have shit at CVS though that like steals it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, if a crown comes off, if a crown breaks, like the actual crown itself breaks, the only way to repair it is getting a new one.
And would that be considered emergency? Aren't you like in great pain?
You're not in pain. You shouldn't be in pain. If you're in pain, that means they got the actual tooth itself.
So.
But since a crown is like pretty much a cap, like from like a bottle, literally that's what it is.
Oh.
If you just kind of think of it as flicking it off, like the cap from the bottle.
What do those do for you?
They replace the tooth. Pretty much so you have a tooth, right? And let's say you have a cavity that's big, that's really big, that covers most of the tooth surface.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is to crown it, which means is they're gonna take off the cavity and they're gonna file your tooth down pretty much to like a stump.
Okay.
It's like, and then what they'll do is, well, before all that, they'll take like an impression or like
and
a
that's
mold
painless?
of your tooth. It should be because you're
just hitting bone, huh?
An injection. Yeah, I mean, teeth are considered bone.
Yeah, you're hitting the bone.
You're hitting the.
There's no pain receptors there, like.
There is pain receptors. That's why they get you numb.
So they numb you before this?
Yes,
oh,
they
okay.
numb you before. Yeah. Why, you don't like that part?
Dude, I hate dentists. When I was a kid,
dentists?
I would run out of the fucking dentist when my name would get called. I'd fucking just get out the door, booking it. My dad had to like grab me. That's when I was younger.
But why though? Like, what made you?
I was scared of dentists because when I was young, dude, I was scared of everything. When I was like 8, 9, I was scared of everything, dude. I was scared of Chucky. I watch it now, I'm like, this movie's fucking good, you know? I was scared of everything. Like, I was scared of talking to new people. I was like, when I was like super young, dude, I had like this problem. Like, I was scared of
everything.
Yeah. You know those little dolls with the crazy hair? I was scared of that little fucker.
The trolls?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They put it on the door because when my dad would go to work, I'd be like, nah, I want him here, and I'd go chase after him.
Mm-hmm.
They put that fucker on the door, and I wouldn't get near it. I'd stay in my room, fucking shut.
Mm-hmm.
I was so like, I was like, nah, I don't want to see that. And then now I grew up, dude, like, I'm not scared of shit, dude. I watch Chucky movies. They're actually really good.
My favorite one is the second one.
Yeah. The troll thing's fucking stupid. I didn't have one. They're a little creepy though, but let's see. Yeah. I used to be scared of scary movies. Now I watch them, I'm like, damn, I want to see someone get stabbed or something.
Have you seen The Invisible Man?
Nah, it's good.
It's good. Honestly, so I don't know. Like, I always kind of have like this like prediction of when a movie is good or not. Like,
yeah.
I can tell when a movie is good or not. So I saw the trailer, and keep in mind, like, there was an original Invisible Man. I never knew that there was an original Invisible Man.
It was like a 90s or 80s movie?
70, I don't know. It was in black and white.
It was in black and white?
Yeah, so it was back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was the first incarnation of the Invisible Man. And so, like, I saw the trailer for this one, and I kind of already knew what, like, the trailer kind of gave it away for me. I took this college course, this English 101 course in college, and the theme of it was, like, pop culture, and there was this, like, lecture the professor did. He did, like, a really good job of, like, helping us, like, kind of go into depth of, like, analyzing movies. And so what we did was we watched Frozen.
Nice.
And, like, we analyzed the movie. Was there, like, a deeper meaning with...
He was a good teacher?
He was a really good teacher.
Okay.
With, like, you know, like, so we did Frozen, and, like, it had to do with, like, are they lesbian, this and that, you know, all that shit. And so we
analyzed.
Yeah.
pick at it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so we analyzed it, and so like I was able to analyze the trailer alone, and I kind of knew what it was gonna be. It's pretty creative. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's kind of dumb having an invisible man, but once you see like why he's the invisible man, you're gonna be like, wow, like that's actually pretty cool. It's like a modern twist.
Yeah.
A modern twist. So like I really recommend like to go see that movie. I mean, not you can't now, but
Did you become like a movie connoisseur? Like
yeah,
you're really into
in
them?
a way. In a way.
Have you seen Green Mile?
No.
Oh, dude, that's a great movie.
What is it about?
It's that movie with the it was like in the 1950s or 40s. I think way more back. It takes place in this prison called the Green Mile. It's where inmates go for death row, and they call it the Green Mile because the room's floors are green, and to get to the place to get executed by an electric chair, it's a mile. So the Green Mile. And it's about like this one dude who he's a big black man. He apparently killed 2 girls. He was just caught holding them. And this is way back when people were just fucking running out with sawed-off shotguns and like rifles. I think they had cars. But it was early. It was super early, and this black dude was super nice. Like he was real nice, and you would think of him like, how can he kill 2 girls? And then as this movie goes on, it shows you how nice he is and what he does to help people, and then it shows the bad sides. But it's when you first start watching it, it's kind of boring, but it's worth sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say too much because then it spoils it if you ever come across it, but it evolves pretty good. Like it ends pretty good. Dallin and I watched Forrest Gump. I never watched Forrest Gump. Everyone talked about Forrest Gump in junior high. I was like, who the fuck is that? You know, there was Forrest Gump jokes everywhere. I watched it a week ago. That was another good movie.
I mean, I watched it a long time ago. I haven't watched it since, so I really don't remember what happens.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good movie.
Watch a movie now that you watched when you were young.
Yeah,
you'll understand so much shit. Like, back when you were young, you just stared at it because it was cool and it sounded cool.
Mm-hmm.
I watched, what did I watch? I think I watched Nemo, and it was so much different. I was like, damn, dude, I felt sad. I felt emotion. Because I think I would just watch movies because they looked cool.
Because it was pretty on screen.
Yeah, and it sounded cool. But they get pretty... Monsters, Inc. was a great one.
Oh, man.
All these kids' movies, I'll rewatch them just to get a different, reaction.
Monsters, Inc. will make me cry.
Oh, dude, Monsters, Inc.
That's a good one.
Toy Story, I watched 1, 2, and 3. The third one was like, oh, damn.
Have you seen the 4th one?
It was good.
You liked it? I feel like it was a good movie, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like it was totally unnecessary.
Oh, yeah. 100%. It was unnecessary, but it was good.
Like, the plot could have been completely different. I'm like, you guys, I kind of feel like they wasted a plot.
It feels like an episode.
Yeah, it really does.
It's
like
a forced sitcom.
Like a continuation of 3. And
it's like a fan episode.
A spin-off.
A spin-off. Yeah, it feels like a spin-off.
And I'm just like...
With the original characters.
I mean, they're all there, but...
So you don't see all... Yeah. Dude. It was...
I'm hoping that they're done with this whole Toy Story. That I think they are.
I know. Disney likes making money.
They do.
I mean, they pulled Finding Dory out of nowhere. Finding Dory was another one. It was good, but it felt like a spin-off.
It was a spin-off.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically.
Monsters University. It was good, but I didn't feel like why did they make that?
That was a good movie, but I feel like the plot should have been more emotional. I mean, I don't really care for the whole college. What about The Incredibles 2?
I think I know I've seen it. Let me see if I can remember how it went. I don't think I liked it. If I don't remember it, I probably didn't like it.
It was the man on the TV that hypnotizes you, and they send Elastigirl to do all the missions while Bob stays at home taking care of.
And he's like the dad.
Yeah,
like the mom.
He's
dad.
he plays the mom role, and he gets like jealous.
It was a good movie.
I liked it, but I mean,
I was like, why?
Yeah, maybe it's because we had like more expectations, but then again, like, damn, 11 or 14 years—that's a long time.
Yeah, you can't have the same. outcome. You can't have the same feel. Like I watched University, but I didn't feel like I didn't get the feeling I had when I watched Monsters Inc. Maybe that's why I don't like newer ones.
I have my predictions for the next Incredibles one. So the Incredibles
So is they gonna make another one?
I have a feeling they will, and the plot is gonna be set where Jack is old enough, and you know how in 2 like Edna Mode said that like baby supers like they have a lot of powers because they haven't like discovered their true power.
Oh,
like they
and
have to stick
Jack
with one, and so what's gonna happen is he's gonna be like a teenager, and he's gonna already have his established power, and then him, Violet, and Dash are gonna be like going on a mission, and the parents are gonna be like in like the background characters. You know, they're not gonna come out as much because they're gonna be like retired and old, and you know, stuff like that. I have a feeling it's gonna be
that'd be a
just
perfect
like that.
Incredibles 3.
That I feel like that would be a perfect one.
Yeah.
So if someone from Disney ever hears this, please pick it up.
You know what I'm worried about is Toy Story
5.
Yeah, I heard something that they were trying to do a script, or the original script for 4 was supposed to be an episode in Andy's time as a kid, just playing with them, and they were gonna go through. Have you played the third game, Toy Story 3 on PS3? You know how you can play in the Western world? I feel like they were gonna make a movie like that. They were talking about that actually. They were talking about doing a movie where Andy played with the toys, and if he plays with the toys, you're gonna see that come to life. The train.
So like he was like dreaming about it, or like
it's just
all
that
in his head, or
what? So when he's playing with the toys, you're gonna see his imagination.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
You know what I mean? So let's say he's playing. You know how he was playing in the first one with Woody?
Mm.
They were like in a town, and he was hiding. Oh no, the pig was. What was the pig do? The pig in Toy Story, or the pig in what's his name? What's the pig's name? Do you remember his name?
No, No, that's Mr. Potato.
Mr. Potato.
I honestly don't even know their names, but I know that there's like a
Woody and I know his name. It's there. Ah, fuck.
Should I look it up?
Yeah, look it up. I need to know this.
The pig from Toy Story.
Once I hear that name, I'm gonna be sad. It's gonna be satisfying. No.
His Ham.
Oh, I didn't know his name was Ham.
Ham with 2 M's.
That's funny. Woody and Ham. They never reference him as Ham. Do they ever call him by his name?
I don't even think so. I don't know. I don't remember. Slinky Dog.
Rexy or Rex? Was that his name?
Rex, yeah.
Yeah. See, I know that. Bullseye.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So him and Ham, Woody and Ham, they're like fighting or whatever, and they're trying to do the script where that would be real life. So imagine Woody in like a real cowboy town. There's a fucking Ham trying to get at it. It'd be like seeing his imagination, and they're trying to do that. And I'm worried they're gonna do that for the 5th one because they didn't do it for the 4th one. Like go back in time and see a time he played with the toys, and it'd just be like a spin-off. It'd be bad if they did that. It'd be like, why?
But don't you think, like, I feel like that's like a really good idea because it'll it being in his imagination, they're not limited to like what they can do creatively. Like they can totally
they can do whatever,
rearrange the whole scenario. But like I feel like it'll do well at the box office.
Oh, for sure.
With all the kids, but I feel like the critics would rip through the movie because, first of all, like what if you think about it from like a God's perspective, like the only thing to the movie that you have is like in his imagination, but outside of his imagination, what's the story? You know?
Yeah.
Like what's the is
what's
it
going on?
If the movie has like no climax besides the imagination, like the action scenes, like it's just going to be a bunch of like action scenes. I feel like instead of that being a whole movie, it could have been like little short clips included on the DVD 2-disc set of Toy Story. Yeah, you know, like it could have been like little extras.
Which Pixar does a lot. They do a lot of little what do they call them? They would call them
little shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Little shorts.
So like I feel like that's what it would seem like, little shorts. And so like I feel like you'd have to have like a bigger purpose if you look at it from like if you look at the whole picture, because I feel like you just have like the imagination part.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's of me being overcritical. But yeah, I don't know if I'm like on board with this new Pixar movie, Onward or Upward or whatever it's called.
Is that the one with the
trolls with the purple things?
I don't know. Pixar isn't known for making a bad movie. All the movies have been pretty good. They haven't had a bad movie.
Is Bolt Pixar?
Which one?
Bolt.
Bolt.
The one with
that's Disney.
Are you sure it's
not
Pixar?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm positive.
I feel like it is.
Look it up. Yeah, we got technology for now. So the grid goes down.
So you think the grid's gonna go down?
No, I don't think it will. The economy's going down for sure. Cheaper gas, but I think it's showing that our dollar's worth nothing, or it's diminishing the value of it. I don't think the grid's gonna go down.
Oh no, it's not.
That's all we do.
Why did it looks like a Pixar?
Oh yeah, Disney Planes.
Mm-hmm.
That movie sucked. It was Disney.
Yeah,
that movie was bad.
See, I completely forgot that even. Honestly, Toy Story. I'm not a fan of Toy Story at all.
But you can't say it's bad.
I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say, but
so
like not Toy Story. What was it? Cars. Sorry.
Planes.
Cars. Did I say Toy Story was bad?
No, you said Planes. The one with the planes?
Yeah.
That one sucked.
Yeah, that one sucked, but like Cars.
What about, yeah.
The Cars franchise, I do not like the Cars franchise.
No?
I never got into it at all. Like growing up, that's all that I would be fed is Cars this, Cars
that. It was big.
They made Cars 1 and 2, one after the other. And I was like, damn, make some other Pixar movies. Stop making Cars. I fucking hated it. Like, I could care less for Cars.
Did you ever give it a chance?
I did.
When?
I've watched all the movies multiple times.
When?
I didn't like them.
When you were younger?
Throughout.
What about now?
I watched them.
Still? You don't like them?
I don't like them.
Dang. What about it you don't like?
I just don't care for them. Like, I don't care for, like a car, like,
so you
character.
Couldn't...
Like,
because you can't care for them, you couldn't get into it.
I guess.
Because there's some movies that I don't like, genre-wise, but I can still appreciate them. Like, I still hate horror movies, but I can see how good they are. Like, watching the old Chainsaw Massacre guy. I don't like the genre. I like the writing. That's what attracts me. If it's good writing and it's a well-produced movie, I like it. Despite the genres I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Cars was good production-wise and writing? Or did you just hate it, like, all around?
You see, the thing is with me, like...
Yeah.
I give things a chance.
Okay.
And I thought I could get into it because I was like, it's Pixar, you know. I was under, like, the impression that it's Pixar, so it has to be good. And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. I watched it the first time. I watched Cars 1. I watched Cars 2. I really didn't care for the story, like, about, like, having, like... I feel like now that we're really talking about this, like, my main thing is, like, I feel like they were not, like, very limited to what, like, they could do.
Okay.
Because they were cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, they didn't have the function of having, like, arms or hands to grab things.
So there wouldn't be much...
So, like,
they didn't do much.
They really...
they were just hanging around. All these structures are built fucking how?
Yeah, like, I felt like I overanalyzed that. And I also felt like it was just... They're standing around, now they're driving themselves, now they're parked, now there's... You know, that's how I process things, I feel like, and that's how I just felt like the movie felt very blocky, very non-actiony, even like them, you know, driving, I felt like that's all that they would do is just, I felt like I was watching a NASCAR, to be honest.
Yeah. Only for the good scenes were like the ending when shit happened.
Yeah, like...
But it is boring just seeing them turn.
So, like, yeah, I felt like it was, yeah. Like,
it was over dramatic too, because I knew what NASCAR was, And I saw that movie and was like, that's not how NASCAR is. NASCAR is boring.
And then Mater, I find him kind of annoying.
Oh.
The character-wise.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, he's, goofy and funny, and that's, him, but...
His voice annoys me.
Yeah.
I have to say that. His voice annoys me.
And so that's why I didn't care. I've never seen any of the Planes movies because I was like, I don't like the Cars movies. No. I'm not going to like the Planes. What the fuck are you going to do in the air?
I didn't even like Planes. Like, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell? Like,
it's like that one cartoon, The Blue Plane.
Like, you doing donuts in the air or what? Like, that's
Where's the story? Where's the place? Where's the setting? Are you just always in the sky?
Now that's a spin-off for sure.
That's a stupid movie. Yeah, Cars is lesser known as a good movie. That's probably like at the bottom of my list of top Pixar movies.
So what's at the top?
Ooh.
Toy Story. Huh?
For sure, Toy Story 1. You have to put it up there. I liked it because it was one of the first movies that was 3D animated.
But are you giving it that because of that reason, or are you giving it that because it's a good movie?
And it's a good movie.
Okay.
It's a pretty good movie. The way it starts off, the way it introduces the characters, it's fun too. Like the ending scene, how they get Sid, that's fun. Seeing all that play out. Like as I watched that movie, I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was just like entertained. Mm-hmm. That was a fun movie. A Bug's Life.
I didn't like that movie.
I have to sit down aside.
I felt like the characters are kind of ugly, like the way they designed
it was an early animation.
It was I was early. Like, damn, you guys kind of made this.
I think I had it on VCR.
They made it look a little too real. Like they were trying to go for a little too
it's
real.
It's not like a.
It's less cartoonish.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. But again, I feel like you're just limited to what you could do with being a bug.
I was entertained by it. I watched it when I was a lot younger, so I gotta watch it again. And I definitely have like a more eye for movies now.
Finding Nemo kind of gave me anxiety, only due to the fact that I have like a kind of like a fear of like bodies of water.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for pools.
Like, pools you can do because you know it's controlled.
Yeah, because it's controlled, and I kind of like in freshman year, you know how they made us take a swim.
Yeah.
Like I learned to trust the water.
Okay.
So, but like ocean.
The ocean sucks, dude.
The
ocean,
know what's in it. I won't go in the ocean. Like I'll dip my feet in the water, but like I'm not going in there to like swim for nothing.
You wouldn't get knee.
No, because you know how like the water like goes in and out with the tide and everything with the waves. Like I always like, you know how you feel like you're getting drawn in. I always feel like I'm getting like I'm gonna get dragged and like dragged into the ocean. And my dad would always be like, "Don't go too far. You're gonna get dragged." When I was little, he would always say that to me. Because he would always take me to Guadalupe Beach. And, I don't know, that kind of got ingrained in me. And I have, like, this fascination with the ocean. Like, I have a love-hate relationship. I love the ocean aesthetic and everything. Visuals with the beach and everything. To me, it's calming. But at the same time, it's scary because it's, you don't know. Like, and in Finding Nemo, you know how, like, they go into, like, I believe they were, like, in the deepest part, and, like, there was the anglerfish.
Oh, yeah, the anglerfish.
So that part scared the shit out of me. Like, fuck. Like, just the whole movie gave me anxiety of them just being in the ocean and traveling when they were in the whale's mouth, and...
I have the perfect thing for you.
Oh, God.
PS4 VR at home.
Oh, God, no.
Dude. There's this one, I think it comes with the PSVR game, the launch game. Mm-hmm. There's a deep sea mode.
No. Fuck no. Fuck, dude. And, I will freak the fuck out.
Imagine on a good edible.
Fuck no, dude. I will. Oh, fuck.
There's a deep sea mode.
Fuck no.
And I remember playing it. I had it was pretty interactive. I was sober too. I don't smoke and play much because I don't forget shit. But I put it on. I had the goggles on. I had the window open too, so it was cold, and it worked with the water, and you get in, and you're just going the whole game. Let's say this is like the whole game, and it's just you till you hit the rock bottom, and shit happens. You see, first it starts off aesthetically nice, like oh the fish are here, things. You're submerged, and the bubbles come up, right? And it feels pretty good. Like, have you played a VR?
No.
Then you'd be amazed because the field of depths, you can really tell in the VR. Like,
it doesn't feel flat.
No, if I was here, this feels like the same distance in a VR. Like, it feels alive. Like, you're really in virtual reality.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix. It's a trip. And you go down, and you see all these animals, all these sea turtles. It looks nice. And you go down, and the water gets darker, and something nudges your cage, and you move, and the cage moves.
I don't want to know.
And it's and when it was cold, I felt like the water, like it was so cold. It was great. It was pretty interactive, and it felt great. And then a shark comes out, and he fucking bites your cage door open.
Oh, Lord.
And then he starts swimming, and then I think he tries to bite at you.
Dude, you gave me so much anxiety right now, dude.
That would be fun for you.
No, fuck no. See, that shit's scary. 47 meters down. Oh my god, I watched that movie.
You watched? What's that about?
It's when like
I've seen it, but
so like these tourists, they go. I don't know if they go to like Mexico or Baja California, or I don't know. They go somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
Or Latin America, and you know how there's the shark cages. So they go to a friend, like they have a friend who like does shark cage vacation trip things.
Yeah.
And two girls go, and they go down with the sharks, and everything's going fine, and then the rope snaps, and so like they go down 47 meters. I guess that's why the movie's 47 meters, and
I think there's a VR game for that.
Oh gosh. And so they get, oh shit, that scared me.
Yeah.
And so they see, this is what I'm talking about. Why
It sounds ghetto, dude.
Yeah, it's like, why do you gotta fucking like do it here? And so they're down there, they lose connection radio, so they can't like radio, and so like they're pretty much trying to get up, but there's like a shark.
Yeah.
Like a really big shark around that body of water. And like they're pretty much trying to get up there without trying to get eaten. And there's one point in where like they're in the water and it's pitch black, and like it's like that part's like, oh my god. I'm surprised I actually like went through the whole movie, because that was just a trip. So I recommend you watching it. I recommend you watching it.
I probably enjoy it. I like it.
There's 2 movies to it.
There's an old and a new one, huh?
No, it's
a sequel.
It's a sequel. I think the sequel is like a bunch of like hoochie girls go to like a vacation.
One of those bad sci-fi horror animal movies. Like there's one about like a shark or Sharknado or something.
Sharknado, yeah.
Stupid.
It's like a good quality Sharknado movie.
Yeah.
And they go vacation, and they go to like these ancient Mayan ruins and something like that, and like it's underwater, and like they get stuck because it's like at the trap door. And then there's like a giant shark, and it's like a sacrifice thing, and
yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty trippy. But shit like that gives me so much anxiety. So I don't think I'd survive like even 1 minute in your underwater VR experience.
It'd be fun. So, in your job, do you have work daily? Or do you have any like downtime or like slow times where you just don't do anything and you clean?
So pretty much this is how a day in my life would go. So
what's your job position? What's your technical job title?
Technical job title is registered dental assistant, meaning I am licensed through the state of California.
RDA?
To practice assisting in dentistry. So pretty much what my day consists of is I park my car, I go into my office. The first thing I do is I go into the break room and I put a lab coat on. And then I go clock in. And then I'm usually the third shift. So there's one that comes in at 8, one comes in at 9, 8:30, and I come in at 9. And so usually on Tuesdays, it's double doctor day.
Yeah.
So there'll be the main doctor and his associate doctor. And so like our schedule will usually look like one patient at 8:30 and then another person at 9.
Yeah.
So I'll usually either take the 9 o'clock or like the 10:30, whatever the third patient is. So pretty much if you're free and you don't have a patient, if a patient comes in, you have to take that patient. So so we have a thing where our doctor doesn't like to have patients wait in the lobby.
That's good.
So, I mean, he still takes a long time because he takes forever to get into the treatment room.
So regardless, people
So
wait.
regardless, people will wait.
So you just like wait him in a room.
Yeah,
Better than being,
it makes him a
okay.
little less mad because there's like a psychology behind it. There's a lot of things we do in our office a certain way because there's a psychology
Yeah.
behind it. And so, like, let's say I come in and there's a patient waiting. I'll look at the schedule. That we have like, it's a green light, a yellow light, and a red light. Green light means that the patient is in the chair. Yellow light means patient's waiting in the lobby, and red light means the patient's not here. And so I'll see, there's a patient with a yellow light. That's the next patient to come in. I'll see, it'll tell me on the schedule what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do 2 fillings. So I'll grab their route sheet. It pretty much gives you their whole information from all the way from the address to the social security to every treatment that they've done.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much their patient folder.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a sheet. So I'll look at it and then I'll go to the door. I'll call out their name. I'll greet them. I'll take them back to a chair. I'll tell them, okay, how are you? Please have a seat. And I'll be like, okay, today we're going to be doing this. And they'll agree. We offer TV in my office.
Nice.
So I'll ask, is there anything you prefer to watch on TV? And they'll tell me, oh yeah, go put on Fox News, put on CNN, whatever. And
Republican bitches. Huh?
we have a lot of Republicans, so I know who the supporters are.
Damn. Right, when you mean your office, is that like your room?
What do you mean? Like,
you said your office. Or is that like the whole area?
when I walk into my office?
What's the office?
Yep.
What is the office?
So the office consists of a lobby, and we have a total of 6 treatment rooms.
Oh, okay.
Five of them are in use. One of them we use as a storage room for dental side, and then we have our own in-house lab where we make our own crowns, we make our own Invisalign, we make our own like a bunch
Do you make them or yeah, people?
We have a lab tech that makes the crowns. Like, she goes on the computer and there's a software where she makes them and stuff. 3D design and stuff.
I know.
With the mill. So you're familiar with it.
Oh shit! I can work there.
We have a mill.
You have a mill?
We have a mill. We have 2 mills. And we have ovens, and we have that for porcelain because we use.
You think
porcelain.
I could work there?
As a lab tech? Yeah.
Oh shit!
If you like learning about that shit, my doctor will teach you. He loves teaching people about that shit.
I'm someone who likes to be taught stuff.
So
That's crazy. I never thought dentists would be associated with mills.
Oh yeah, that's how they make crowns.
How big are your crowns? Can you show me if you're...
Crowns? Like, they're the same size as your tooth. But like the porcelain that the mills is like literally like a block.
So it's like...
It looks like the the gum block, like the gum that's like all cubed.
Yeah.
That's literally the size, kind of a little bit bigger maybe, like how the porcelain is, and then it's all milled with, not taken, like shaved away and everything. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And so we have that, our own in-house lab, and then we have
the machine's big?
Yeah, it takes up like, I would say like 1/5 of the wall.
Yeah. They're like white.
Mm-hmm. And so we have our own lab, and then so it's treatment rooms, and then we have lab, and then we have 3 other treatment rooms, but for the hygienists. And so then this is the lobby, and then we got like offices right here, break room. And so yeah, that's our office. So I'll take a patient back, and then I'll tell them we're gonna be doing a crown. And so I'll have them sign a consent form, meaning that they won't sue us if we mess up.
Yeah.
I'll tell them, what do you want to watch? Put on whatever they want to watch.
Fox News, Republican bitches.
And then that's where I'll set up. Usually, in a lot of offices, the way is you set up before your patient gets here. In my office, we set up after our patient gets here. I hate it with the passion, because I'm the type of person, because my doctor likes people, like, he likes everything to go in a hurry. I don't like to rush to get things set up. Like, I like to just take my time and make sure that I have everything, because it's easy to forget setups. Especially if you forget 1 or 2 things, and he'll call you out on it if you do. And so like we'll set up, and then I'll put like numbing gel in their cheek or wherever we're gonna numb, because I have to know where the doctor's gonna numb. So I already know. And so I'll put it on the spots, and then I'll be setting up, and then doctor will like come in and be like, "Are you ready for me to numb?" And I have to be ready. We have the first things we have to put that numbing gel, and that shit's strong. It works friggin' good.
So one thing I hated, because I felt the need to go into like my cheek. How deep does the needle go? I don't think it goes that far. I think it was maybe my imagination.
It doesn't. The needle does not go that far, but there are people who will use a special long yellow needle, and that needle is like longer because it's for people who have a longer jaw, because there's a certain nerve you have to go in order to get half of your lower jaw.
It's always one side of the jaw too.
Mm-hmm.
It's never the full numb.
They call it a mandibular block.
Okay.
That's what it's called, the shot. And it's only meant to do half. And I'm one of those people that they need to use a long yellow needle for. Because it's hard for me to get numb with a regular needle. So he has to like really go back there, and like it fucking like hurts. But the one that hurts the most is when they give you an injection in your right here on top of your palate.
Yeah, because it's thick.
Because it's thick. Mm-hmm.
Your cheek is like it's thin.
And so what
it's like fat.
So what they do is they apply pressure to the area that they're gonna poke with like a cotton swab, and then after that they stick the thing in and they let it out.
Yeah, because you won't feel it.
Mm-hmm. But that it still hurts, and they warn you. They're like my doctor's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then he'll go and they'll be like, oh, I'm like, oh fuck, he heard it. Like he felt.
You're scaring me. I'm not going.
No, but that's only on the like occasions where patients can't really get numb, because there's like different. That's like the last occasion. Like
that sounds painful, Joey.
Like if you can't get numb the first time, what he'll do is he'll numb in the same area. He numbed you again, and then he'll wait. So this is the second time he'll ask you, do you feel numb? If you still say no, then he'll numb around the tooth. He'll go in the gums, in between the gums and the teeth, and he'll numb around to get the anesthetic into down here. And then if that doesn't work, then that's when he'll go into
dude, that sounds so painful.
Into the palate.
I can't forget about that. Next time I go, I'm like, fuck, what's wrong with that guy? I'm gonna get that anxiety.
But the thing with dentistry, like I know like people like don't take my job seriously. Like, I mean, I don't consider myself like a medical professional or anything, you know. Like I just know enough about like the mouth and the head, you know, and all that stuff. And no one realizes like how much, like they think, oh, you're just suctioning. No, it's not just, you know, suctioning the water out. That's like half of what I have to do. The other half consists of me knowing what the dentist is gonna want and do next. I have to know how the procedure is gonna go. So like I have to know what's coming next, because like let's say we're doing a filling. So the way a filling goes is you have to like put these special clamps on the tooth to try to because you have to try to shape the tooth, like the filling into a tooth. So like it's like a structured thing, and like you have to know there's a certain way to pass things to the doctor using like, and you can't use like your hands, you have to use your pliers, you know,
because it has to be sterile when he gets
sterile, that too. And some things that we use a lot of things that are really small, so picking things up with our hands is just going to be like a waste of time. So like we have to use pliers, and we have to like know like, and there's a certain way, like when we pass instruments, we can't pass instruments in front of the patient's face, because what if we drop an instrument, you know, it's going to drop in their face. So we have to go like that. I'm lefty, so I'm at a disadvantage on some things.
You have more reach. You have to reach more, right? Kind
of. You have to go like that, yeah.
Is he working on your right side or your left side?
I'm working on the left side. Doctor always works on the right side. So So I mean, it's an advantage for me and a disadvantage, just certain things that I grab. But there's certain things and how you should pass. And like, for example, like if a doctor is using an instrument, and you know, you have to know that he's ready. He might be ready for like the next instrument. So if he's putting a filling and he's like shaping it a certain way, you're going to know, okay, he's done shaping it. I think he's going to want to like give it some definition. So you're going to have to know, okay, I need to get this instrument. And in order to pass it, you have to pass it a certain way. You have to grab it a certain way. So I grab it with, even if I want to grab it with this hand because it's closer, I grab it with this hand, because then I have it here at the same time I have my pinky, and he's holding out the instrument because he's done using it. I have to grab it with my pinky and then simultaneously give him the next instrument. So it's kind of like a thing where like,
damn,
yeah, it's like you're doing a dance.
So are you forced to do this, or is this how you do your things to get the speed he wants? Because that sounds like if you wouldn't do it that way you explained, you did it a different way, a lazier way, let's say, you would take some time. That's pretty quick. When he's ready at the moment, like, hey, you know?
The thing with the way our procedures go is, the way I take it is like, okay, if I'm not assisting, I'll be in chill mode, right? At work, and I'll be like laid back and everything. I'll be talking to, you know, patients. I'll be talking to, you know, hanging out, just doing stuff or doing notes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we have to notate everything we do. And once I have a patient and the doctor comes in and I sit in that chair and I put my gloves on and my mask, instantly I'm in panic mode.
Oh, fuck, you're freaking out, huh?
I'm freaking out. And it's not like a bad freaking out. I'm like super concentrated. And I'm making sure that I have everything that's setting up at the same time that I'm making sure that I have everything set up. I'm listening to what doctor's saying, because he might be talking to the patient about something important that I have to notate. At the same time, I have to remember what they're saying. So then I write it down on the paper, while at the same time trying to remember if I forgot something or not. And making sure, oh shit, okay, I have everything ready. Yeah. And then if I'm uncertain, oh yeah, doctor, I have a couple questions, and then I'll have to like ask him and stuff. So like I'm more than multitasking. When you're in that chair, you're more than multitasking, because when he's doing the procedure, you have to be 3 steps ahead of him. You have to know what's coming next, because the procedure's supposed to wait. The doctor's not going to wait on you. The doctor's not going to like look at you for you to get the suction. He's going to like get in there and start drilling. If you're not suction, he's not going to care. The patient's going to be like suffocating because they have some water, and it's like you have to pretty much be there ready with the suction before the doctor even comes in.
I always remember that as a kid, like, I have water in my mouth, fucking like swallow it.
So literally
they're on it, like people do a good job.
So literally, like, I'll like be like preparing, like, because a lot of times we have to mix chemicals. And so like I'll be mixing a chemical, and doctor won't even say anything, and like he'll start his drill. I'm not kidding you. Like, now that I'm like much faster, so I'll have the suction ready in like less than a second. I'll literally like drop what I'm doing, at the same time grab the suction and be at the position that he wants me to be. Sometimes I kind of know when he's gonna want to start drilling, so I'll like grab the stuff and like I'll be ready to go. It's just like a habit thing. It's
You're being tested, like
crazy.
It's a test.
My brain gets so much fucking exercise. I come home with a fucking headache sometimes, especially if I do like big surgeries or big cases. Like, dude, my head.
I think that's good. That's a good thing.
It is a good thing. It is, because I get fucking like exercise, and like I'm like, I feel like I get sharper. Like my memory gets sharper, which is like what I need.
That's with it. And it's not, you're not always doing that, right? Not always?
No, sometimes it's like, oh, we have a, like, ortho case, like for braces, like we have to switch out like the rubber bands, or like an Invisalign. We have to like make sure that everything's going fine, and like we give them their next set of Invisalign aligners.
Yeah.
Like we have a denture patient, you know, his dentures are hurting, so like we have to shave a spot away. Just someone's tooth hurts, we prescribe a medication, you know, just stuff like that. Does that
go a lot smoother?
Yes, because pretty much all you do is patient comes in with a toothache, you ask them how long has it been in pain, you know, just questions, you know, about their problem. You take an x-ray of it. You set up like an explorer, which is like the little hook that they use to like, you know, poke at your teeth, a mirror, and like a little syringe for the water. Yeah. And that's it. The doctor looks in, he'll tell you what to write down for the notes, and you write down what the patient was experiencing, what the conversation he had with doctor, if it was important, if it was relevant. A lot of times it's not. He'll maybe tell, okay, you're gonna need a filling, and then what I'll do is like I'll make a treatment plan. Even that in itself is hard, because you have to go in the computer, you have to identify the tooth number, because every tooth has a number. Yeah. And then you have to know every surface, because like teeth have different surfaces, and it's billing. Now we get into medical billing and coding and all that stuff.
And that's another complication.
That's another complication that I have to worry about too. I have to make sure that I have the right code and the right treatment, and then I have to present a treatment plan. It's like, okay, your insurance is estimated to pay this portion, out of pocket it's going to be this portion. So then I have to make them sign a paper. We have to do everything. In my office, we have to do everything. I should be getting paid like $25 an hour for the shit that I do at my job.
That's how you feel?
That's how I know. That's how I know I should be. Fuck yeah, because a lot of people that work in other dental offices that have told me they don't even do half of what I do. A lot of times their dentist does a lot. At the office I was in before, my dentist liked to do everything.
Yeah.
I have a fake tooth in there, like a temporary tooth, because I had a crown done.
Yeah.
I make those.
Wait,
Like,
how?
when we do a crown prep, when we like before we shave the tooth down, we take a mold of the person's teeth,
Oh, okay.
and then we'll put like some temporary material, like some like acrylic, and then we'll have the patient bite, and then it'll get hard, and then I'll pretty much get like a drill, and I'll start shaving it away, making it all pretty, making sure like the edges, and then I'll try it in to make sure I can get floss. I'll have them bite down, and like I'll put like the special blue paper which marks where they're biting too hard, and I'll
Yeah.
ask them, or you feel like you're biting too hard? Then I'll shave that away until they can't feel it anymore, and I'll polish it.
That's
And like,
another complication in itself. You got to figure out their needs. How they,
yeah, and especially if they have really
Yeah.
crooked teeth, it's harder to get the tooth in, and then since it's made out of acrylic, it can break easily.
That's not. You're basically engineering right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
dentistry is engineering,
Yeah.
and my doctor is really big on engineering and reverse engineering too.
Oh yeah.
He reverse engineers dentistry. He can make a tooth from
They're geniuses.
from a stick. Like he can literally get a stick and like make a tooth.
Creative,
from,
man.
like,
They're creative.
what the hell? Mm-hmm.
So you feel like that job has increased your your mind? Do you think it's better work? What's the benefit of the job? Like,
The benefit
what do you get out of it? Like,
the what I get out of it is I
That
get
you-
to
yeah, okay.
learn is that I get to learn a topic that a lot of people don't really think
yeah,
about, and it's one thing like, would you have ever known that the teeth are considered bone and they're the hardest substance in your body?
I knew that. Yeah,
So when you rot, the last things that are left are your
your
teeth.
teeth. Yeah,
So with that, it's like dentistry is very underestimated because like it's a proven that the majority, more than half, and the majority of Americans and the world have gum disease.
okay.
They have, because they don't take care of their teeth. Like the way it is, teeth are very complicated. If you're like at night, your teeth. Did you know that when you're awake and you clench, like the hardest you could clench is nothing compared to when you clench when you're asleep. When you
don't realize.
when you don't realize and you clench your teeth, you clench 10 times harder than you could ever while you're awake. So if you think the hardest you ever did while you're awake was really bad, you do that times 10 when you're asleep, and you don't even feel it, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
In my office, we learn about clenching and grinding and how it affects your health, and we also study sleep. So like there's something called, dude, there's something, I'm gonna get into a topic that's kind of like completely different, but kind of has to do with dentistry. There's this thing called sleep apnea. I don't know if you ever heard of it. So sleep apnea is something, and I have proof. Like if you ever need proof, I will send you the proof. Like studies have shown that sleep apnea, like people who have sleep apnea, and sleep apnea in general, is a silent killer. A lot of people, I believe I have sleep apnea as well.
You're scaring me.
So it's pretty much what sleep apnea is when you're sleeping at night and you stop breathing for like 30 seconds and then you breathe again, and it's continuous, and it's really bad for your health because you're not getting enough oxygen in your body.
So you're getting all dumb, huh?
Yeah. And like with the lack of oxygen, a lot of health complications happen, and you never really get a good night's sleep. It mainly gets, anyone can get it, but mainly people who get it are people who, and we ask these questions to every new patient. We ask them, have you been tested for sleep apnea before? A lot of times they say no. We ask them if they snore. That's one sign.
Yeah.
Another sign is if they have constant daytime tiredness or sleepiness. Another is if they what was it? I think that was it. But a lot of like people who categorize under people who have sleep apnea, like they have like, they're pretty much bigger people. Like without sugarcoating, fat people pretty much.
Yeah.
Are
Putting
the ones,
it out there.
yeah,
Straight to it.
are the ones that
Makes sense.
that have it, because it's like it's harder for them to breathe. And especially certain like ways they
Sleep.
they sleep really does affect their sleep out, but it's pretty much killing them, and it kills a lot of people because it gives you other underlying diseases and like just illnesses and stuff.
How do you feel during the day? Sleepy?
How do I feel during the day?
Yeah.
I know I get sleepy. I feel like, and I have this thing where like I've gained quite a bit of weight, and so I feel like that's been like a factor as to why I've been like, I feel like I may have it, because that could also be a thing.
How does weight gain relate to that?
Because it makes your neck, gives you more neck.
Something to do with your thyroid, huh?
Yeah, and then also like, you know, the arch where your what's it called, what is that, uvula?
Yeah, uvula.
Your uvula. So you know how like in the mouth, if like this is the mouth,
Yeah.
this is the tongue, and you know how like,
Yeah.
so this thing right here is called a malin patty. If a person has a malin patty that is like, this is the tongue and like you can barely see it, that person is most likely to snore and have sleep apnea, because when you sleep the tongue rolls back, and so now that the tongue is rolled back, it's covering the malin patty, and this is the only airway.
When you sleep?
You
don't breathe through your nose, huh?
No, well, because you're laying down. So when you're laying down, your tongue rests. So like pretty much your tongue is like this when you're awake. When you're asleep, it's like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So like it collapses. Your tongue collapses because you're asleep. So like your airway, like it's blocked by the tongue that's overlapped. Here, the tongue is here. You're asleep. The tongue, you still have some area of breathing. So people who have sleep, like we look at patients and we tell them open, and we have them open, and if we can barely see their uvula, we know that they're more likely to have. That doesn't necessarily mean that they have it, but more likely to have it.
Okay, that's interesting.
And so yeah, next time like look in the mirror, and before you open your mouth, make sure you're looking straight on, and then just like open your mouth, and if you can barely see your uvula, then you are more likely to have sleep apnea if you do see that you snore and that you do have daytime tiredness or sleepiness, or you know, other stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll do that when I'm not high and
it's
responsible, because if I'm high, I'll freak the fuck out. I was like, Joey, I'll call you. Joey.
But yeah, a lot of Americans are dying because of that, and it's one thing that my doctor pretty much
strong about it, or what?
He's strong about it, and he has a lot of evidence, and he's very passionate about it. And I mean, he showed me. I'm the type of person that, you show me the evidence, I'm gonna believe you. You know, if the proof is there, it's there, and like his sources are obviously reputable. Like he does his own research, and it's like, it is killing people, it is killing Americans because of their diet, because of just how they are. And, you know, there's anti-snoring devices. There's devices that bring your lower jaw up so that you can get more air into your, you know, when you sleep. And surgery is another one. Weight loss, and it's like it's one of those things where like it's so easy to fix this disease because it gives you like high blood pressure, like diabetes and all that stuff.
Weight loss helps with sleep apnea, right?
Yes,
when I was bigger, I would sleep and I would wake up tired.
See, they could have been, and I'm not saying you did have it, but it could have been that when you were fatter, you did have sleep apnea because you were heavier and your tongue, you know, like went back.
I don't know though, because I've always been addicted to coffee, so I have like a daytime tiredness because I'll get like a crash.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed when I got thinner, especially now, if I sleep around 11, I'll wake up feeling shitty, but I'll have a good mood and I'll be optimistic toward the day, so I got some rest. If I go to sleep around 8, I feel fantastic in the morning. But that never happened when I was bigger. I would sleep at 8, wake up at 5. You get what? Like 9 hours of sleep?
Mm-hmm.
That's great, but I would wake up tired. But now if I wake up, when I sleep good, I've noticed my mood is so much better. I feel like I might have had sleep apnea.
You could have.
And not know.
Yeah.
Because I would feel shitty through the day. Now I drink like a cup of coffee, maybe, and I'll feel great. I used to be on like coffee all the time. I was so addicted to it. So addicted. Now one coffee and I'll be fine. The minute I get tiredness, I crave a coffee and I'll get it. But now like I one and I'll be fine for the day.
Yeah, that's good.
Sleep apnea is crazy.
No, yeah, we have had like 2 patients that like they were really overweight. They were diagnosed. My dentist like told them like go to your doctor and get officially diagnosed, and then he'll like treat it. He made them like these anti-snoring devices.
Yeah.
They stopped snoring, they got better sleep, they lost weight.
Yeah.
Like hell.
Maybe they got in a better mood.
Hella weight. Because they got the appliance, like they were able to get more sleep, and that just getting more sleep changed their whole life.
So yeah, they said they got better sleep and they went through the day with a better mood.
Better
hey,
mood.
I'm big. I'm gonna work out. You start working out.
Yep.
Once you get a taste of that, it's addicting, and yeah.
Yep. It goes from there.
If you feel shitty, don't you think you'd make the shittiest choices? You just fucking, nah, I'm not gonna cook.
That's why depressed people like don't like
take care of themselves.
Well, and I don't mean for like people who have depression or anything, but like like drunks, alcoholics don't get out of that, stuff like that.
No.
But yeah, that's sleep apnea for you. It's a silent killer, killing a bunch of Americans, and could be killing you, but you don't even know. It really could. And it's so like, it's such a like under, like rated, like disease that's not being researched enough. And my doctor believes that dentists should, tackle the sleep apnea because it does have to do with their mouth technically. So, you guys
should be somewhat trying to do something now.
Because a lot of times patients when they're diagnosed with sleep apnea, they have to sleep with CPAP. Like the machines. The machine. Yeah. That's fucking uncomfortable. No one likes it.
And there's nothing out. There's no other treatment. I don't think there's anything else. I think facial reconstruction. You can reconstruct.
There is facial reconstruction.
Something about your nose.
A lot of people. Some people have deviated septums. Usually, how white people have like this like gap between their nose.
Yeah.
That's the deviation of the septum. A lot of times that's bad. It's like a genetic thing that white people have more of.
I've seen it, yeah.
But I mean, anyone can have it, but that's pretty much it makes it harder for you to breathe. I believe I have a deviated septum as well. I need to get that shit fixed.
I think I'm good.
Also, tonsils. It's like recommended to get your tonsils removed because that helps a lot increase the airflow. Because
I have pretty big tonsils.
Like, I'm surprised you haven't gotten tonsillitis or anything.
Tonsillitis is when they expand, right? Mm-hmm. I think I have a couple times.
Well, then, yeah, like it's recommended you get those taken out too.
You can't sleep at all when you have tonsillitis. You can't breathe.
And so, yeah.
So you learn a lot at your job, you know?
Fuck yeah, dude. I learn more at my job than I learn at school.
Dude, my job... So here's my job. My job consists of math. All I do is math. Decimal equivalents, there's equations. There's so much math. Radiuses. So much fucking math. That I never learned that at school because I hated the concept of sitting down and having a book and someone lecturing you.
Yeah, I do a lot of biology and chemistry.
Yeah. For me, it's just math, and you learn it better when you're hands-on, in my opinion.
Oh, hell yeah.
And especially when it's, like, when you enjoy it. I enjoy my job. Machining is pretty cool.
The gnarliest thing I've done at my job was implants.
How's that? What do? You gotta open up the fucking...
So, pretty much what my doctor does is... So, we set up a sterile environment, obviously, because it's a surgery.
Yeah.
And what he does is he does a hole punch, so... He'll get this instrument and he'll punch a hole in the patient's gum.
Yeah.
And so that opens up a flap, pretty much. And he'll scoop it out. And then what he does is we'll have like this like indicator, which is like it looks like a mouth guard. And we'll put it, and the mouth guard has a hole, and that's exactly where the drill goes. And
so when you get a hole in your teeth?
Yeah, and so when you get like a little screw, like the little looks like a nail.
Yeah.
That's the implant. And so then after that, he'll drill a hole, and then that goes in through the bone, and he'll get it a certain length, and then he'll pull it out. and then he'll attach the implant part itself, and then he'll drill that in. It's pretty much, you know how like you're drilling stuff into the wall and you get like the white nail looking things where you put the actual nail in.
Yeah.
I forgot, I'm like really bad with the names, but so pretty much like he'll put the implant in, and then he'll take that out, and then like they'll put like a fake tooth in it, and you just have to wait like months for it to, like 3 months for it to heal and stuff.
Damn.
And yeah, and that person is not even knocked out. In my office, we don't knock patients out. It's under local anesthesia, so like if we're doing a tooth in the front, like they'll be like, or if they're doing any tooth, well, in general, like they'll be awake, but they won't feel it. They'll only feel pressure. That's all they feel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's pretty gnarly because it's like literally, like if you think about it from like a literal standpoint, literally a person is awake while my doctor is drilling into their gums, like legit, like with I feel like I'm doing like a home repair, literally, because that's how it.
Oh, really?
That's how it fucking looks like it's freaking gnarly. I'm like, what the hell?
And you're doing it in someone's mouth. That's
It's like no one's saying anything. The patient's okay, just there, chilling, watching TV.
Yeah, that's crazy. I would be freaking out
while getting your freaking gums drilled, like a hole in your fucking bone, literally your fucking bone.
Yeah.
Like,
how long have we been going?
I don't know.
An hour? What is it?
I don't know. Oh damn! It's already 10.
Hour 40. We should call it.
All right.
Dude, that was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta do that again. We definitely gotta do this again.
Oh yeah.
I think you'd be our first guest.
Okay, just let me know.
Because my other buddy, we're gonna do it for a long time. Me and him. We're like the duo. Like, he's my friend since way back.
Yeah.
And to have you on it, you're like the first guest.
Okay.
We're not giving you shit, but.
Are you gonna like plan on getting like stuff first and then?
Yeah, I want to get a better mic. If I can get a better mic, get better audio, I'm cool with that. And then I'll just.
So like a better mic, and then also like kind of be like more structured and stuff. If
we're gonna try and get it more structured, yeah.
Yeah.
I think today was pretty good.
Today was good. I mean, it's all trial and error, and then like.
The conversation was great.
The conversation I feel like was
an hour went.
Yeah, and then also like I could always be more like interview. You know how there's like etiquette for like how you should like speak in an interview. I'm not saying like be like all just like robotic, but like how you segue into different topics, and just like different things, or like sometimes like if you're talking about a certain topic, you have to pull up your sources.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know like
I'd like to have a tablet, be able to.
Yeah,
like,
I mean a lot of
up names.
Yeah, like how like there's like, because a lot of times it's like radio hosts, like they're like, it's like a lot of times it's like they're in sports and like they have their laptop in front of them. Like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to have that, and like have like a topic of what we're gonna kind of talk about, but obviously be it free. Maybe give it a time limit, like have a time limit for like every topic.
Be a little more organized with it, huh?
Yeah, have a time limit, but not necessarily follow the time limit. Like maybe if you have like 5 different topics, but you like the third topic goes like a lot beyond because it's a really good topic, then like it goes the rest of the show. That's fine. You can talk about the other topics at a different time, or do something else like that. I don't know.
How's the edible doing?
I'm chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relaxed.
I'm pretty chill. Yeah.
Definitely was potent.
Yeah, I'm gonna try more after I drop you off and I get home, and I'm just gonna like chill for the rest of the night.
All right. Let's call it. All was fun. Thank you.
All right.